Hey guys, welcome back to The Day with Jess. I'm Jess. And today I'm gonna be hitting this topic because I had a conversation with a friend last week and it revolved around this topic, and I think me talking to her really helped her a lot. So today I'm gonna be talking about friendships. Yes. Friendships after parenthood. And I'm not gonna give you the whole what we talked about exactly, but I'm gonna tell you what I did tell her. So I basically told her, she told me her situation, what she felt, how she felt, and she felt pretty down. I mean, she's a mommy as well, and that with the topic about friendships and how we've grown and what's happened over time, and then with friends who we felt at one point were really close, and now everybody's in their own thing. So I basically told her this, after parenthood, and I've learned this throughout, like, in the course of like 5 years of being a parent, going on 6. I told her, friendships fall into 3 categories. Yes, just 3 categories. And the first one is the hello, goodbye friend, the keep in touch friend, and the ones that grow with you. And so I told her, you're gonna have friends who, like, right after you become, like, before becoming a parent, you had friends where, like, they'll hit you up, like, randomly, like, let's go get a drink, let's go to the mall, let's go wherever, like, let's go eat, let's go happy hour, let's go anywhere, any time of the day, any time of the week. And you were there and that person was there, and it could have been more than one friend who did this with you. But once you become a mom or a dad, things starts to change pretty drastically, and it's hard sometimes to cope with that the hello goodbye friend becomes that, because they start blowing up your phone probably after you become a parent. And if they're not a parent themselves, they're gonna probably want to do the same kind of activities you were doing prior to you becoming a parent. And you soon start to realize that you can't roll like that anymore. Like, you can't randomly just they can't randomly just hit you up and be like, hey, let's go out and for a drive, oh, let's go out and have a drink. Why? Because you have a baby at home, or you're in a relationship, and and you have your own place. Like, you got a house to take care of now. So little by little, you'll start telling, like, hey, I can't, or you don't have a babysitter. Like, a lot of friends who have kids, and they're fortunate to have a babysitter on call, that they feel comfortable doing that they could just be like, oh, well, let me just hit up this person to take care of my kid and I'll go out. I'm not saying you can't go out at all. There's times that you can make that's when you say a little time for yourself, like maybe once in a while. Like, girls invite you out to eat, and in the middle of the day on a Saturday or something, and you tell your honey, hey, like, in a week or two the girls want to gather, is it cool? Or just talk. I mean, you're not asking permission, but you're talking to your significant other about your kiddo, and if it's cool, you have some time for you. And if your relationship is like that, then that is awesome. I know my relationship is like that. So, and it feels great that every once in a while, it's not always going to be mommy, 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 or parent, parent, parent. No, there's a time sometimes where you could break out a little bit, and that's okay. But you will hit that moment where the hello goodbye friends will become that, because they'll start distancing themselves, because they'll stop inviting you to certain things. Like, maybe on a birthday they'll call you, they're planning something. Like, if it's something that's planned out, they'll probably hit you up, and after a while you're gonna start saying maybe you can't, or it doesn't fit with whatever you have going on that weekend or during that day or that in that week. So you're gonna start saying no a lot more often, and once you start doing that, the friends who would always hit you up to go out and do this and do that, stop. They'll start reaching out to you. And then you're gonna start, or maybe they'll ask you, but you know, in the back of their mind, they're gonna be like, well, I'm just gonna ask her just to see if she says yeah, but most likely she's gonna say no anyway, but I'm just gonna ask her to be nice. Yeah. They may not say it, but they think it. And that's okay. And so, hence, once you happen to run into them somewhere, or you on a gathering or whatever that you were actually able to go, those friends will become them. Hey, how you been? Oh, I've been great. And you chat it up, and it's a nice moment. You get to catch up on what they're doing, what you're doing, things like that. And then, so that's the hello, and then you have the goodbye. Because once you go back to whatever it is that you're doing, they go back to their life, you go back to your life, and that's it. That's the goodbye. So that's why I say there's going to be a group of friends who are going to become your hello goodbye. And then you have the keep in touch. Now the keep in touch, I really like those. And the keep in touch is because you could run into them, or they'll still keep in touch with you. Like, they may not do a lot of activities with you. Like, maybe every once in a while you'll grab a cup of coffee with them, and it's a good catch up. Like, you get to really connect and see how their life is going, and you get to tell them everything that you're experiencing as maybe a new parent or a parent of two, or how it's been, you know. If they get an insight if they're not parents themselves. And so, and then after that meetup or whatever, they'll still keep in touch afterwards. Like, maybe it's not like on the daily basis, because I mean, let's face it, people are living their life, you're living your life. So what I'm saying is, like, this friends, they really try to keep in touch with you. Every once in a while, they either you send them a hey, how you been, you know, they send them a text or call or whatever, and then they may not reply instantly, just how you sometimes don't reply instantly. Because I mean, you're not always having your phone in your hand, especially as a parent. You're not taking care of your kids and then you have your phone in your hand or on your pocket, or sometimes your pants don't even have pockets. So you have to keep in touch, and so they do keep in touch, and it's nice and it's great to so from having a big group, now you have like maybe a handful, you know, whatever. And then you have those, like, I mean, have like probably like two that are like that we keep in touch every once in a while. And then you have the ones that grow with you. And now this is probably gonna be that one friend, or maybe that two or three. If you have three, wow, like, that's awesome. Not a lot of people get that. Like, I know I have like that one friend, like, that's like, you know, my bestie. And you could say he's the one that's grown with me, like, throughout the time, from the moment we became friends to the moment I became a parent, to the moment when he got his career going, and now he's a dentist, and we live in different states, but we still keep it together. Like, you have that friend that you could just talk to, and it's just a call away, and they get on your phone, and you pick up right where you left off the last time you talked. And it's like you never stop talking to each other. And I'm saying they grow with you because no matter what's going on in your life, like, they'll try to be there for the important stuff, obviously. But there's times that they're not gonna mind if you, like they really want to see you. And so they'll come and visit you. Like, if they know you can't step, like, you have your kiddo, and your kiddo is a little nutty sometimes, you know, whatever, and they don't mind having your toddler around just to be with you, just to see you, just to see how you're doing, and they'll understand that a lot of the time that you're talking to them, you're trying to be there 100%, try to listen to whatever they're telling you 100%, but you're also trying to take care of your kid. So, and they're willing to do activities with you that involve your children. And that's the beautiful part. Like, they're a part of their growth. They get to see how they're growing. They get to see how you're growing with them. And you don't feel like you're missing out on their life. And so it's a beautiful thing to have like at least that one friend or that two or three that actually want to still be in your life after you become a parent. It is hard. I get you. If you're feeling that, you get to feel a little lonely. Like you went from having X amount of friends to like now it's just me and my kid, you know. So if you're in that situation that that's okay. Like I told my friend, you know, when we were talking and I told her about this, the three cat, how I broke it down to her, like this is how it's gonna roll. And sometimes that's something we gotta accept. It's not always gonna be this way, but we're and she was fairly upset about what had happened. And so I dropped this on her and I just asked her, and I'm gonna say this question, and I hope you guys really grasp this. This is one of the most important things that I've learned on a book. The book I talked about the last time, the 5 that I based it for, Don't Sweat the Little Stuff. They're just like they're all small stuff. And the question is, a year from now, is this gonna matter? And when I read that question, and I that's my rule of thumb for everything. And trust me, I've eliminated so much stress, so much energy that I was invested in something that a year from now, is it really gonna matter? Probably not. It's not gonna matter. So I asked her, like, all right, so this is how you feel. You feel upset. You feel left out. You feel like you thought that you were at a place and that's not where that's not what you are right now. And so I asked her, is all this gonna matter a year from now? And she was just like, damn, I don't even think it's gonna matter next week. So I was like, okay, so if it's not probably gonna matter to you next week, why are you dwelling over it? So then she's just like, you know what, you're right. Like, why? I'm like, do you feel better now? And she's like, yeah, like I'm okay. Like I feel it's like, she's like, you know, thank you. Like I need you to hear this. Like I don't think anybody has ever explained it that way, and I was glad that I was able to do that for her. So this is why I'm making this video. I wanted to explain it to you that you're in that period of your life where you had a X amount of friends and now you feel like you don't. Just live your best life. That's the best advice I could have give you. Worry about what it is like going on in your life. If a friend hits you up and says hello, great. And if you get the time and say hello to that one friend, awesome. But if neither of you have time for each other but still get to keep in touch via text, via call or messenger or a post or whatever, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, you got all sorts of ways to communicate now. So if you somehow are able to communicate in that way, then that is really great, and try to cherish that, keep that. And it's okay if you feel a little left out once you become a parent, because you will. It's a fact. It is a fact. You either haven't lived it yet, you are gonna live it, and that's okay. You're gonna grow. Just roll with it. Or make new friends. You know, maybe you have friends who have kids who you're able to connect more, and you guys can have play dates. Or if you go to the park often and you see a person who's always there as well, and then you spark a conversation, then sometimes they'll be the person you're gonna see at the park, and then you have a bond and you make new friends. And I say this for myself, because I know I'm the kind of person that if I walk in a room and I don't know anybody, I'm gonna walk out of that room knowing at least one person. Like, I will spark a conversation. I don't know how I do it. I'm just like that. That's just my personality. And if you're not like that, and it takes you a little more to break out of your shell, that is also okay. But just getting that exposure, that's what you need to not think that all my friends left me. Your friends didn't leave you. They're just living their life, and you live your life. And try to focus on that. Friends come and go, and if you have at least one or two tight that you can still, like, send a text and they'll reply maybe within that day, and you're able to connect, then I think that's all that really matters. Don't you think? I mean, I think so. So this is why I did this today, and I had thought about it since last week, and I know I hadn't posted anything because I've been fairly busy, but that's the takeaway I want you guys to understand, that your friends will fall into these 3 categories. They'll be the hello goodbye, the keep in touch, and the ones that grow with you, and those are the best. So if you have 1 or 2 of those, keep them, because it's gonna be beautiful how you and that person will grow together, and how they will experience, and they don't get to miss out on the beauty of seeing your children grow, which is the most important thing for the moment. You will be back to having your time to go out and have coffee and be with your friends. I don't know about clubbing it, because that's already, I don't know how old you're gonna be by then, but focus on the now. Focus on being happy, trying to be happy. And it is hard to, with everything, you go on Facebook and you see your friends who you haven't seen in a while, and they're going out and they're going here and they're going there, and you're just like, oh, I didn't get to do that. Don't worry about it. You're gonna have your own adventures, you're gonna have your own experiences, and you're gonna have it with your children, or maybe with friends who happen to have children, and you get to join them and then do new memories together. Maybe you didn't have that moment with those friends, but maybe you're gonna have a better moment if you're living your life. Live your best life. So that's what I wanted to say for today, guys. So hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you grasp it in if you're in this situation, or if a friend is in this situation, share this video with them and to give them that support, that they're not alone. You are not alone in this gig called parenthood. All right, guys, hopefully next week I'll get to do another video of what, I'm not sure yet, but I'll figure it out when I get to that point. All right, guys, take lots of care. Bye bye.